Okay, lesson 16, the multiplication of polynomials. So I wrote on here, it's like distributive property over and over and over. Okay, well, what do I mean by that? Well, you're going to take this 2x here and you're going to multiply it to each of the terms in the second set of parentheses. Then you're going to come back and you're going to take this 2 and you're going to multiply it to each of the terms in the second set of parentheses. So that means I'm going to do 2x times 3x squared. Now do all of these first. Then it's put a minus down, then put 2x times 5x, and put a plus down, and do 2x times 2. Then plus. Then got 2 times your 3x squared. Then you've got a minus. And you've got 2 times 5x, and then you got a plus, and then you got 2 times 2. Okay, you notice I'm not like changing things to plus and negative and stuff yet, right? Okay, so this is 6x cubed. Put your minus sign there. This is 10x squared, your plus sign. 4x plus 6x squared minus 10x plus 4. Now you always need to add like terms. So this 10x squared and this 6x squared. Now this one is going to be negative because of this subtraction sign. So negative 4 and 6, I'm sorry, negative 2 and 6 is negative 4x squared. I always do that. Go ahead and do it in my head. Bring that one down. Then I have my x squared. Okay, then my x terms, I've got a negative 10 and a 4, so that's negative 6x. And then I've got the 4. So this is your answer then. What if you're talking about division of polynomials? Well, let's go back and review something from like, I don't know, what is this, 4th grade? Something like that. So 4 goes into 1, not at all. So then you say 4 goes into 10, and it goes in 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract those. And then you would just normally bring down one of them, right? Okay, so 4 goes into 22 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. I know you're remembering this. And then bring down the 8. 4 goes into 28 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract, and you had 0. Remember, you would do like remainder is 0. Remember that? Okay. So, if you had a remainder, like 4 goes into 17, well, it'd be 4 times, and 16, you subtract, you had 1 left over, and then you would say either a remainder of 1, or you said 4 and 1/4. Remember that, okay? Now, we're going to use that old elementary style, and we're going to do it, though, with polynomials. So we're going to take this term and divide it by this one. So this first one is the one that's going to be underneath the radical like that. And we want to put it in descending order. So I need to find the highest exponent, which is 5x cubed. The second highest one is negative 2x squared. Make sure there's a minus sign in front of it, it becomes negative. And then I have a 5x and I have a 2. And then this one again, I will put in descending order. It's going to go right here. So x and then minus 4. Okay, now one of the big differences here is we're just going to look at this and this to start. And you say to yourself, what times x will give you a 5x cubed? So what do I need to multiply this by to equal this? I need to multiply it by 5 and x squared. Okay, so you do that. Then once you get that, you take this term and multiply it to both of these, and I get 5x cubed, and I get negative 20x squared. Okay, so these are the same, right? Remember, up here, we subtracted it. Now, when I subtract this, I have to subtract all of it. So that's the same thing as like adding a negative here, or the opposite sign. Those two are going to cancel when I add. These two are like terms, so I get 18x squared, and I'm going to bring down the, well, I don't really have to bring anything down yet. Okay, but you can go ahead and bring it down. I'm just going to look at these first two, though. So what times x will give me a positive 18x squared? Well, it would be 18x. 18x times that is 18x squared. Now I take this and I multiply to both of them and put it here. So I get 18x squared, and then I have 18x times negative 4. That's a negative 72x. Okay, then I'm going to subtract that. But we know that subtracting something is the same thing as adding the opposite signs. Those will cancel. These are like terms, and I get 77x. Then bring down the next term. Now, what times x will give me 77x? Well, that would be 77. Then multiply it through. 77 times x is 77x. 77 times 4, negative 4, is negative 308. Then I'm going to subtract that from above, from what's above, which is the same thing as adding the opposite signs. So when I add this, these cancel, and I get 310. So I've got 5x squared. Now listen, there's no more x's here, so I'm done. So I've got 5x squared plus 18x plus 77, but this is my remainder. So I'm going to say plus 310 over x minus 4. So my answer is all of this right here at the top. I'm sure you'll want to watch this part again.